Hi, it's your favourite Yorkshire demo here. This is Suzanne at Hullahbaloo.com, and today's project is this reinforced lidded box using the Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper, which you can earn for free in a qualifying celebration order. So this paper is 6x6 and it comes in a pack of 4 varying colours, and you can earn it with a level 1 credit, so that's £45 from Celebration. So I'm going to show you how to make this box, and there is 4 colours in the paper, but I love Blackberry Bliss that much that I thought I'd make it again in Blackberry Bliss. I mean, why not? So let's get started. You'll need 2 pieces of Oh So Ombre paper. So there is 4 there's 4 colours, there's 2 designs. So you get the circles, or bubbles as I affectionately call them, and you get the ombre. And as you can see on the back of this one is Granny Apple Green. We're sticking with Blackberry Bliss. I'll pop that out of the way, and I'm going to grab my scoreboard. Okay, so we'll start with the base, which I'm using the... Ooh, shall I swap it? We'll swap it round. We'll see what it looks like swapped round. So, on your first side, it doesn't matter which side you start with first, you score on all 4 sides at 1.5. Interested to see what the reverse box looks like. Okay, so when you've done that, you'll have your square in the middle, squares in each corner, and then your rectangles. You will then come to the lid. Now this is slightly different, so we want to, and I'll bring my scoreboard up a little bit to show you, butt it into the top corner like you would normally, then you move it out from the left hand side ever so slightly, and if you work in inches, that's about a 1/16 of an inch, probably about 1 or 2 millimeters if you work in centimeters. And then I'm going to score this at 1.5. Then you move it back, butt it properly, and you score at 3/4. So again, butt it up, nudge it out ever so slightly, score it at 1.5, nudge it back, score at 3/4. So nudge out, 1.5, nudge back in, 3/4. And final one, so nudge out, 1.5, nudge back in, 3/4, and you will have this kind of pattern on the lid. Okay, so that's all the scoring. Pop the scoreboard away there, straighten up because it will bug me if I'm not. Alright, so we'll make the base first. I'm going to grab my snips for this. Okay, so your bone folder, score all those lines, making sure they're straight as you fold them. No one wants a wonky box. That's that one. Do the lid in the same way. So score the 1.5 line, and then the 3/4 line. Like all the way around. This box is far stronger than you'd think for a paper box and a paper base. Usually when I do a paper lid, I do a card base, but as you can hear, still quite strong. I wouldn't be overloading it with heavy stuff, but you could get some treats in there and it'd still keep itself in its shape. Okay, so what I'm doing here, corner square, I've cut up the side of it, not very straight mine, let's sort that out. So cut up the side, and then we're going to wedge in ever so slightly into these squares on both sides, like so. Turn it and go again, and wedge and wedge. there. So then you're left with that, and you turn again, repeat, and then on the fourth side. So I am absolutely loving the celebration event this year. I will be honest, and in previous years when I've made my orders and I've got one of each of the things in the catalogue, I'm never that bothered about getting a second of that item. Right, so that's all that done. So I've never been bothered about getting a second of the item, but Oh So Ombre paper and the Field and Flower paper I've gone in for seconds, and I've even got seconds of some of the stamp sets, even though that doesn't bring me much benefit. I've still done it because I love them. I just absolutely love them. The donkeys especially. Right, so we're on the lid. Don't know how well you're seeing it on the green side. We'll give it a shot. So in the corner here, you've got 4 squares. Can we see them? You need to go up the first score line, separating 2 squares, and then you go up the second score line just to the first horizontal, like so. Actually, you could go up to the second. So you free them both like that. That's probably easiest. Then you miter this first set off completely, and then you miter, you cut the first square of the second lot. So then you're left with this. Then we just need to do some wedging. So we wedge this little flap that's going to be left here, and we wedge this little square that we've got left behind, like so. Turn it and go again. So up to the second score line, separating those 4 squares, cut off the first set of squares and cut off one of the second set, like so, and then wedge. So we've got a wedge here, here and here, and there we go, round again. So up the first, up the second, wedge there as you take them off, one of those off, and then wedge, 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 and then the final one. So up to the second score line, like so, and you wedge there to take the first set off, take one of the second squares off, and then it's wedge, 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 and then you're left with that. It's looking lovely already. Right, so just move all these bits out of the way, and now we're just bringing the box together. So we start with the base. Because it's paper to paper, I'm going to use my normal seal. I feel I've got a sneeze brewing. Let's hope it passes. Here we go. Right. Seal on these wedged squares that we've got left. On all 4 of them. Don't rip them like I just nearly did. Don't get seal all over your grid paper. There we go. And then all we're going to do is this wedge will go under this layer. So you want this edge to meet this edge, like so. And that's how we build up a box. So fold that in, bring this round to meet it. Fold that in, bring round to meet, and then the final corner, bring it round to meet, and that's your base. And look, you've got a lovely decoration inside. On the lid, we put seal on these little strips here, little squares. You can use Tombow if you're not happy with using tape runners. They can be tricky dependent on the ones you purchase. I love seal. And then what we want to do is we want to pull these over, and we want to put some seal on there, because they will also be stuck into the box when we're done. So a bit of seal on each one, like so. And then the final one. And then what we want to do here is similar to the first box. You fold the little tab in and make the sides meet, like so. Don't do anything with these other glued bits just yet. Just do the little tabs first, all the way around, folding the little tab in and making the lid of the box come together, like so. Now you do these tabs, so you fold them in on it themselves, and what they do is, as you can see, if I show you this one, so there's the tab, you fold it in and it covers everything up, which is awesome. And then to get it to stick nicely, just get your bone folder in there and give it a press. It gives you a nice crisp edge, but then also make sure the paper's stuck down properly. There we go, and there's the lid. So if we've done our measurements right, which we have, there we go. Mine's bowing a little bit there. Let's just get the bone folder in. Make sure we haven't. There we go. And there we go. Perfect box. Ooh, looks absolutely gorgeous. So, ribbon wise, what have I got this time? I've got the Blackberry Bliss striped ribbon, which is, I'm in love. I need more of this. Lots more of this. So I'm literally just going to wrap it around the box there. And then into a bow. And my two rabbit ears and my upside down bows. Oh, I love that. Gorgeous bow. Just a little bit smaller. There we go, so we'll trim that off. And then this side too. Beautiful. So then we'll place that up there in the centre and up towards the top. Let's see if we can straighten it up. That's better. And then I'm going to do some stamping now. But as part of the decoration on the stamping, I want some rhinestones that are Blackberry Bliss. So our blends allow you to colour any colour onto the rhinestones. Of course, if you've got a blend for it. So this one is Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just taking the brush tip and I'm wanting 2 big ones. So I'm literally just colouring with the brush tip over the top of the blend. And I want 3 of the slightly smaller ones. And I'm going to leave those to dry for just a moment. So stamping time. Today I'm using Happiest of Birthdays. As you can see, massive birthday stamp sets. They're amazing. This one is only at 95% on the front, so it's bigger. But we're going with this one. It's your day, enjoy it. And mine is there. So I'll pop this on a block. We'll go with this one. So I've got a H block. Go with that. And then I've got a piece of basic white. This is 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. And I've got Blackberry Bliss, which is 2 7/8 by 1 3/8. So I've only got one of these cut. So we need to pray I get this right first time. So Blackberry Bliss ink. Get that inked up nicely. There we go. I'm going to get right over the top of this so I can get it spot on first time. Yes. Well, I'm impressed with that. Even if you guys aren't. Right, so we're going to flip that over, some more seal on the back, and then onto the Blackberry Bliss, like so. There we go. Then dimensionals on the back of that, and I'm going to make it so that my dimensionals are on the sides so that the ribbon can run through the middle, and when someone unfastens it they can still put the ribbon back through and tie it back up. We'll pop that on the bottom half here. There we go. And then those rhinestones that I just coloured, we'll bring those in. So we'll pop a large one here, and another larger one up here, and then the small ones can go here. There we go. And I actually love that reverse side actually. I think the ribbon contrasts really nicely up against that, the lighter paper. And I also like the bigger bow. Which one do you prefer? Bubbles, as I affectionately call them, or the ombre lid? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in how to purchase these products and benefit yourselves from the Celebration offer, pop over to Hullahbaloo.com, where I detail Celebration over on my website. Or you can simply hit Hullahbaloo.com, go to the shop and go straight onto my online store, where you can see all the items that are available to earn as part of qualifying orders. If you liked this video, please hit the subscribe button just under here and hit that notification bell. I'd really appreciate any subscribers that I can get, because I love sharing projects with you every week. And I will see you next time. I hope to speak to you soon. Bye bye.